Get Cocktail Conversations, candid insights from startup founders, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders from around the globe.
My name is Cangialosi. I'm the co-founder of Betamore, an 8,000 square foot urban campus for entrepreneurship in Baltimore, and I'm also the managing member of the Baltimore Angels. Over the last 5 years, it's really been one of the biggest shifts that really has been on the data analytics and integration side with email. I mean, email is an essential part of the entire marketing ecosystem now. It's still one of the most important drivers of ROI. And it complements, a lot of people thought social or mobile was going to take email out. Like, sure, you see trends of younger generations using those mediums and more, but when it comes to tried and true business, in terms of generating a response, email still drives. But what we're seeing now is email is integrated into social campaigns, it's integrated into mobile campaigns, so it's still sort of, I like to call it the workhorse of online marketing. Well, there's a lot of different layers of the online marketing sort of ecosystem, everything from the technology side to the strategy side. I think it's going to evolve in a couple different ways. Online advertising and targeting is going to probably continue to become under some scrutiny. I'm not sure how long the cookie is going to live. And when that happens, there's going to be other different ways to target and focus on particular audience segments based on really what they've done. So an example of that is a company, full disclosure, I'm an investor in, called Rewind Me. It takes your Foursquare history, or everything from Facebook history, anywhere you've actually checked in and left a digital breadcrumb, if you will. It's basically giving you a scoring algorithm based on, do you stay in the Four Seasons when you travel, or do you stay in the Econo Lodge? Do you eat at steakhouses, or do you go to the sub shop, right? And so it profiles you, but my point is that it's based on things that you actually did do versus an assumption that you might be interested in a particular product or a particular segment because you surfed a particular web page or clicked on a particular article. So we're starting to see innovation like that, that gets us out of the pure play sort of cookie tracking world. And the other things you're going to see a lot more innovation around mobile. You're going to see a lot more innovation with social. Where that's going to go, I'm not sure, but those things aren't going anywhere. It's still very nascent. Yeah, so obviously content, right, has got to be king. That's such an old saying, but it's really never more relevant than it is today, especially with now. So basically, the whole barrier to entry with media and being able to get a message out globally from a syndication standpoint has gone down to basically zero. Anybody with a microphone and an internet connection can record something both in video format or an audio format and syndicate it around. I'm pretty familiar with podcasting because I was an early adopter of it, and actually wrote a book on it called the Business Podcasting Book. And it's just one of these things where it's now just considered media, right? It's not. I don't even know the last time I called it podcasting. It's just media. It's just a part of the media mix, and I think it's not probably for every company to answer your question. You need to have somebody who can articulate. If it's video, you need somebody who can be articulate and is charismatic on camera, somebody who's interesting and engaging. So having that internal champion for a company is absolutely key. If you're not, you're better off outsourcing that. But it's really all about the content. It's really about the story. It's really all about the added value. And where podcasting and new media really takes advantage of what its potential is when it's inserted into communities, niche communities that are either part of a bigger, broader thing. So podcasts for example, I always listen to This Week in Venture Capital, right? Because I'm an angel investor. I like to see sort of the next tier. There's a whole bunch of us who just rally around that podcast because Mark brings amazing insight. It's like reading a daily newsletter. It's like reading the daily paper. You get your weekly dose of particular content. But to your point earlier, it has to be for the right company. You need to have the right pieces. But for what it costs now to push out a video or an audio message globally, I think everyone should think about it in their media mix.